Hello, everyone. Today, every year, over $100 billion of GPU compute are wasted because of report shows only 5% utilization of the enterprise GPUs, whilst researchers struggle to find GPUs. We believe this is the orchestration problem that VELDA is trying to solve. I'm Chuan. I've been working at Neuro and Google for the past 10 years about the distributed system. I built the internal orchestration system that runs millions of hours of workload every day. I've seen firsthand how researchers struggle with infrastructure, and that slows them down. And so we built the internal solution at Neuro to fix the problem, and I find that the rest of the industry is still suffering from that. So I'm bringing that solution to the rest of the world. We believe the infrastructure or the utilization come from two sources. First is the setup overhead. If we want to run workload in the GPU, you either have dedicated capacity that you stay idle when you're writing code or when you're taking meeting, or you set a very complex overhead like a Docker file and a container to run the job. And also, another part is the static reservation, where in the cloud, you have to purchase a machine with a 1 year or 3 year commitment that doesn't meet the dynamic scale of the infrastructure or capacity. So before today, you either get dedicated machine or you set up with like a Docker file, Kubernetes, and manifest that takes 20 minutes for every iteration. But now with VELDA, you just need one command. You say, I want to run this command on the H200. Then we set up everything for you, mirror the exact same environment, and then run the job. And after the job is done, your GPU is freed, and you only pay for GPU when your job is running. With that setup, it also unlocks us on the capacity side. Since if you reserve a machine, you guarantee the access. But when your machine is not actually working on anything, we can turn that spare capacity into spot. That you can run any workload from any other user, and you can get more capacity in return. So with the same amount of hardware, you can run 30% more jobs, and that means 15% more revenue with just by utilizing the GPU efficiently. So most of the GPU cloud is just offer you GPU. We are the one that run the workload for you. Since without any setup, and we have our own container engine and file system from scratch, so that allows every workload to run efficiently and instantly. And there's no overhead with vendor locking. You can run any workload with no restriction. And we basically combine the simpleness of a local workstation and all the capacity of cloud. We have the hosted version live on VELDA.cloud with over 100 developer-trained model, hosted multiple physical AI hackathon, and sponsored PyTorch conference. We are currently targeting a lot more with the physical AI startups, since they have the biggest challenge about training models. They have more demand, but less capacity on the DevOps experts. And so we have a faster path for the product market fit. And we are currently exploring reservation with a few startups. We are setting up the contract, and even the first 4 nodes, like 32 GPU, can generate over $500,000 revenue. AI infrastructure at the GPU is a huge market with projection over 300 billion plus by 2030. And we are currently targeting the physical AI. Even this small segment, it can have the market of more than 1 billion. So we are currently trying to raise $6 million to start our scale of hosting service, and also to build a secure and reliable product that can help researchers to run the workload efficiently. So if you think AI developer and researcher should not fight with infrastructure, come talk to me. Thank you.